everyone. So in today's video, I am going to be doing my foundation routine because I've been getting so many requests on Instagram for what products I use, what foundation I use, what concealers I use, why doesn't it look cakey. I'm going to show you guys what I live for, what I use every day, and just how I achieve my foundation look. So whenever I begin any makeup look, I always want to prime my face, and my favorite primer right now is the TooFaced Hangover primer. This stuff is amazing and it smells like coconut, which I love. So every time you put on your foundation right before, you should always have a primer. This kind of applies for me too as moisturizer. If you want to moisturize your face, you could do both. Just like that, that's enough. My skin is both oily and dry. I have a mix of both. So this one actually helps a lot of the dry patches I have on my skin. I have a couple. The primer is going to start getting a little bit, I guess, sticky, and that's just so it can really hold up your concealers and foundations and stuff throughout the whole day. So if you know me, you know that I am so true to this foundation. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous foundation. I have gone through like 7 bottles of these. This is the best money I've ever spent. This is the best foundation ever, and it's buildable, which is what I really like about it. It's not too cakey. Every time I apply my foundation, I don't ever use a brush because I don't like the finish for a brush. So I always like to use a beauty blender. I have a black one today. And I'm just going to use the chunkier part, which is this part right here, not the tip. We're going to save this for concealer, and we're going to do this with foundation. I always start with this side. I don't know why, but you're just going to go ahead and buff it in to your skin. Just like that. Really luminous. And you also want to make sure you blend down here so your face isn't one color and your neck is another. Yeah. Shh. It's finals week in my university right now, and I haven't slept. Been procrastinating, so I kind of have a little bit of bags under my eyes. I don't really get bags, but just a little bit. So I'm gonna bring my foundation a little bit upwards, which I don't really do, but I'm just gonna do it today. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna move on to my concealer. For my concealer, I have switched. I used to be obsessed with the NYX Creamy Concealer. I still am, but I have found a new concealer that I really like, and it's more everyday. So this is the TooFaced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Light. You can also, if you're on a budget, you can purchase the LA Girl Pro Concealers. I actually have the color concealer for color correcting right in front of me. This is how it looks like. But they have these in contour shades, in color correcting shades, as well as in concealer shades. So I definitely recommend this if you're on a budget. It covers so well. I think they're like $3 or $4, so it's really cheap. I like to kind of do like a upside down V and then just drag the inside of the V out. Just like that. So it's kind of like an inner corner V, and then you just want to drag everything out. And I also like to highlight other parts of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a little bit right here on the bridge of my nose. And just a little bit on my forehead. Now I'm just going to get this part of my beauty blender, the tip, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blend this out. And you always want to make sure to blend your foundation and concealer together, just so your concealer doesn't look super white compared to your foundation. So if you want, you can get the chunkier side and you could just blend it out. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and set it before I start creasing up. And to set my foundation and concealer, I like to use the Mercier translucent setting powder, and you guys have probably seen this in a lot of my videos. I do not change from the setting powder. I have not tried anything else, and this is the one I'm going to stick to because it's the one that doesn't give me flashbacks. So I'm very true to this as well. And I go back to my beauty blender. Beauty blender are very useful. They're very useful makeup products because I know they're expensive. You could get them cheaper, I know, but they are $20 at Sephora. But they're useful for so many things, for blending out foundation, blending out contour, concealer. You could bake with them. There's just so many things you could do with the beauty blender. So I definitely think it's worth the $20. What I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna get the tip of the beauty blender and I'm gonna dip it into my translucent powder. Put this right under my eye. And I'm kind of gonna scrunch up my eyes like this so I don't crease as I'm doing it. just like that. Like to apply this on the other parts that I highlighted, such as my chin, down the bridge of my nose, and as well as my forehead. I don't like to let it sit. A lot of people I know like to let it sit for about 5 minutes and they continue doing their whole face. I don't like that. I feel like that cakes up really quickly. So I quickly, once I set it, I give it about 30 seconds. And I get a brush. This one's from BH Cosmetics. It's from the Sculpt and Blend set. This is amazing. This is my favorite brush out of all my brushes. So definitely check out BH Cosmetics for really affordable brushes if you guys are looking for any. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna clean off all of this. I like how it sits well under my eye when I kind of take everything out. I don't use any powder for the rest of my face, so whatever is left on the brush, I kind of just put it on other parts of my face so I don't get oily throughout the day. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna move on to my bronzer. And my favorite bronzer, I've gone through I think 3 of these, is from Bobbi Brown. This is the Golden Light Bronzer. As you can see, it's really taupey. It's not really warm. It's not really orangey, which is what I like about it because it's subtle. I'm gonna go ahead with this brush right here. This one is the Morphe M553. Pretty big and it's perfect for applying bronzer. I'm gonna start on my forehead. So I really try and push it up as much as possible up to my hairline. So it blends just like this. Also want to apply a little bit on your nose just to bronze it up. Moving on to blush. My favorite blush at the moment is this YSL Blush. On the back it has a number. I think they have a couple of these and this is the number 8. The first thing to leave your face throughout the day is your blush. So I'm not saying to really cake up a lot of blush, but just to add a good amount. A lot of people don't like applying blush. I love it. Blush is my favorite part. Sometimes in the morning I just put a little bit of concealer and blush and I'm out the door. And I'm using this Japonesque brush. I know NARS has it too. This one's just a little bit more affordable. You can get it at Ulta. Now for the best part, everyone's favorite part, is highlighter. So obviously this is an everyday foundation look. You don't want to go with something too strong. So Japonesque came out with these new highlighters, which I think they're super cute. I think there's about 4 or 3, I'm not sure. This one's my favorite one. It's in the shade Rose Gold. So I really like this one. It's not too much and not too little. And I'm gonna apply it with the Morphe M510 brush. This is the best brush for highlighting, guys. My life was always missing something, and when I got this brush I realized it was that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it to the high points of my face. So really lightly, I like to kind of whip it out. Just like that. Really subtle, it's not that much. Yeah. I also like to apply some on the tip of my nose. It's probably like my favorite place to apply my highlighter. Apply a little bit on your forehead and on your chin. We're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna finish off my lips. And this is pretty much my foundation routine. So I'll do my lips on camera for you guys so you guys can see what I use every day for my lips. Someone had asked me what lip liner I was using in my last video to apply my liquid lipstick, and it was a Makeupforever Aqua Lip, and the name rubbed off, but I figured it out online. So it's not really a name that comes with it, it's a number, and it's 3C. So these are my favorite kind of shades and I use them every day. Sometimes I just use the lip liner because I feel like that's enough. I'm gonna go ahead with my favorite lip creams ever, the NYX Lip Creme in Abu Dhabi, and I'm running out. This is pretty it for my foundation routine. Pretty simple. It doesn't feel cakey. I barely feel like I have anything on. I love the Luminous Silk Foundation because it really does feel like I have nothing on my face. It blends in well and it's buildable. The Born This Way concealer as well is very slide on, easy, perfect for every day. There's a lot that goes into your foundation routine. You want to make sure that you prime your face as well as apply moisturizer. If you're going to put your money's worth into makeup, I definitely recommend to always first put it into foundations, concealers, and powders, because that's what's really gonna make your whole face. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something for the next time you guys do your foundation routine. You can pick up some tricks from this video. Thank you guys so much again for all your love and support and all my subscribers. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe right now and like this video, and I will see you guys next time.